easier than the first attempt that I had when I did not have the slits in the hand and the wrists.
Challenge accepted.
As you can see, I had a pretty good time at GIFable this year. First off, my costumes seemed to go over really well. Friday, I wore my Fluttershy costume, and I changed it up a little bit because I've been wearing Fluttershy for a year now. I re-accessorized and became hipster Fluttershy, which was pretty fun. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure if many people noticed what I was doing. I also switched out my Angel plush for a Paris Bright plush, which was a gift for me for Christmas. Thank you, Shinobi, for the Paris Bright. He had a good time at GIFable and did not get eaten by a raptor. It was close though. To flip over to Sunday, I wore my Wendy costume from Gravity Falls. It was debut for that costume. It's really casual, and not a lot of people know Gravity Falls yet, but one girl recognized me. She didn't remember the name of the character, but one person recognized Wendy from Gravity Falls, so I'm counting that as a success. As for my third costume, Alice was what I wore Saturday, and I entered the masquerade with Kurumasha. We won Best in Show presentation. Look how pretty that is, and even it's got 2013 right on there on the ribbon. That video is already up on my channel, so you can check it out. It's called The Review. I want to say thank you to Mark and Jen, who were the MCs, for their participation in our sketch. I think that worked out really well. I didn't do any big photo shoots while I was there, but we are going to be getting photos of Shaw and I from the green room in our costumes at some point, probably within the next month. And also I did shoots with Fluttershy and Wendy with Stéphane Laroche. Laroche? I don't know if it's La Roche or La Roche. Let's just say Stefan. The con space itself was quite nice. They also have a food court right in the building, which is really nice, even though half of it was open. But even just having like half of the restaurants that were in that food court open over the weekend was great. I ate better at GIFable than I usually do at cons, so that was really good. And along the lines of having lots of space to sit around and talk to people, this was a really social con for me. A lot of my time was spent talking to friends, people who I normally only see at Toronto cons, and I got to see them again over here, and new friends from the Ottawa and Gatineau and Montreal area. So that was really nice to get to meet a lot more people and to hang out with them and to party, and it was a great time. I only have a couple of minor complaints about the con. This GIFable, this is not a badge holder. This is awkward, and I was constantly worried that it was going to come untied and fall off, and I had to make a big mess of knots at the end because I was worried that the rough bits of this plastic cord were going to snag on my costumes or scratch my skin. You're a pretty decently sized con. You could spring for a pin, plastic holders, lanyards, something, cause no, not impressed with the badge holders. Masquerade registration was unfortunately also a little bit of a mess. I couldn't find any information about registration, about any of the rules or anything beforehand. One of the girls I met at the con did, but it was wrong. That was a bit of an issue, especially when it came to registration and there being a cap, but it wasn't a firm cap. Even though everyone was told it was a firm cap, there were still people let in, which is really unfair to the first people who were turned away. I feel really bad that, say, I got into the masquerade and that other friends of mine didn't. Lame. Also along the lines of the masquerade is that they had their awards ceremony at 10 o'clock on Sunday. From what I understand, the Masquerade Awards was a really good programming block. The judges were also available to give feedback on people's presentations and their costumes and their workmanship. Looked like there was a really good turnout turnout. Unfortunately, I didn't make it because Sunday mornings are just not a good time. So maybe next year you could do it. Even just pushing it back to 11 would be great. It takes a while to get ready for the day because not only do you have to put on the costume and do makeup and do wigs, it takes a while longer than it does if you're wearing normal street clothes. So between that and Sunday morning being checkout, you've already got reduced time there in order to get your stuff together and get out of the hotel while trying to make a panel. And being just Sunday morning and the day after the masquerade and the dance and most social stuff that's going on. You know, just pushing it back to 11 would be really wonderful for terms of my feedback for next year, and maybe a few more people can make it. And the only other negative comment I have is not even really a negative comment, it's just that because I'm not bilingual, and panels are run both in English and in French throughout the whole weekend, I could only attend half of the panels. So there were a lot of really interesting looking panels, but they were in French, so I didn't go. I ended up only going to one panel all weekend. Anyway, I think that's it. Looking forward to Kanji. I will do another video talking about that once I know what I'm doing in terms of panels and workshops and stuff for Kanji and my costumes. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye, have a good night.